Do settle back, if you will. The beautiful Beechcraft Model 18 will carry us, as its kind once did, with a steady confidence and no great hurry. Why not listen to a cozy Christmas story while we fly? So, sit back and relax. I will rejoin you shortly. For now, we will get this old but strong geezer going. Get our clearance and be ready for taxi and takeoff. Enjoy the mechanical sounds.
Beechcraft 5 X-ray Foxtrot Romeo Kilo. Taxi to and hold short of runway 22 via taxiway Charlie Bravo Charlie. Contact tower on 118.0 when ready.
So, hope you are comfortable. We have not yet left the ground, and there is no need to hurry. The wheels are beginning their slow conversation with the apron, and the aeroplane, old and faithful, is gathering its thoughts before the journey ahead. Outside, the snow rests patiently, brushed smooth by evening light. Lamps glow along the edge of the field, and dusk settles in the quiet way it always has in winter. Without ceremony, but with an enchanting beauty. We are bound for Rovaniemi, where night arrives gently, and Christmas feels less like a date and more like, well, magic. As we roll forward, let the movement carry you. Let the view have its say, and the words have theirs. There is nothing you need to do but relax, listen, and let this time just be yours. So, as the engines deepen their voice and the runway stretches before us, let us begin a good old Christmas story, one suited to old aeroplanes, winter evenings, and the quiet comfort of journeys just starting. I will join you again after takeoff. Enjoy the snowy landscape. Let us begin the story of the lamplighter of Bramblewick Lane. On the very edge of Yorkshire, where the hills rolled like the backs of sleeping sheep and the evenings came early in December, there lay a village called Bramblewick. It was not a place that appeared on many maps, but it had a church bell that knew the hours by heart, and a single lane, Bramblewick Lane, where the lamplighter still made his rounds by hand. His name was Mr. Edwin Harrowby. Mr. Harrowby was a thin gentleman with a woolen scarf permanently smelling of smoke and snow, and he had lit the village lamps for more winters than he cared to count. Each evening at dusk, he would take his long pole and his battered tin lantern and walk the lane, touching flame to wick, one light at a time, until the darkness was stitched neatly together with gold. This Christmas Eve, however, something was amiss. The cold had settled deeper than usual, creeping into knuckles and hinges alike, and as Mr. Harrowby reached the halfway mark of the lane, he found that his lantern flickered, coughed, and went out altogether. "Well now," he murmured, not cross, only disappointed, as though the lantern had let him down on a matter of manners. He tried to light it again, but the last match he had broke due to the uncertain grip of his cold hands. And so Bramblewick Lane lay in shadow, the snow softly blew beneath the moon, and the houses dark as if holding their breath. It was then that a small voice spoke. "Beg your pardon, sir. Are you lost?" Mr. Harrowby turned to find a child standing by the gate of Rose Cottage, wrapped in a coat several sizes too big, her breath puffing like a friendly little cloud. She held a candle stub in her mittened hand. "No, my dear," said Mr. Harrowby kindly, "just momentarily inconvenienced." She looked at the unlit lamps, then at his empty lantern, and without a word, she opened the gate and beckoned him inside. We will continue this story after landing. Enjoy the views.
Beechcraft Flight X-Ray Foxtrot Romeo Kilo, Rovaniemi Tower. QNH 1029er, make left downwind runway 0 tree.
Rose Cottage was warm in the way only old houses managed to be. Warmth that had soaked into the walls over generations. Inside, a kettle sang, a cat slept without apology, and on the mantel stood a plate of mince pies clearly meant for Father Christmas but evidently willing to negotiate. The child, her name was Elsie, lit his lantern from the hearth. "You can't have Christmas in the dark," she said simply, as though this settled the matter entirely. When Mr. Harrowby stepped back into the lane, lantern restored, Elsie followed, called others to join them in lighting the street lamps. One by one, other doors opened. A baker came with a spare matchbox. The postmistress brought a scarf. Someone produced a handbell, and someone else a laugh. And together, they walked the lane. By the time the last lamp was lit, Bramblewick glowed as it always had, but brighter somehow, as though the light had learned a new kindness. Snow fell properly then, and the church bell struck midnight, pleased with itself. Mr. Harrowby stood alone again at the end of the lane, his duty done. He looked back at the lamps, the windows, the quiet promise of morning. For the first time in many years, he did not feel quite so thin. The next evening, when he made his rounds, a small candle burned in every window along Bramblewick Lane. Just in case. And so it was that the village remembered what the old ways had always known, that light, once shared, never truly goes out. Hope you enjoyed the innocent yet important short story. Hope this year brings you joy and kindness. The world needs more of it. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hope you enjoyed the innocent yet important short story. Hope this year brings you joy and kindness. The world sure needs more of it. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.